TOS, Dan Koob here joining you. We got two YRFI NRFIs about to tip off here. First pitch is just a couple minutes away. 105 start between the Nationals and the Yankees, and then a 110 start between Tampa Bay and Colorado. For some reason, Tampa Bay and Colorado is blacked out on MLB TV. I have no reason why. I have no access to this game otherwise. Cannot watch it on MLB TV. So subscription, not worth it, I guess. But two YRFI NRFIs. We're going to sweat them out. Let's run down our picks. You see Nationals and Yankees on your screen right now. I'm on the NRFI here, and I'll explain my rationale a little bit. Patrick Corbin. It's Patrick Corbin Day, everybody. We made it. Congratulations. Everybody go print your money. Maybe not, all right? And I'll tell you why. No runs allowed his last two first innings. No runs allowed in 6 of his last 7. Let me adjust that graphic real quick. But first innings, absolutely by far his worst. 17 runs allowed in first innings, a 1.520 whip, and 8 walks. So that's not great. However, on the other side, I think there is a market overreaction to not only Patrick Corbin pitching today, but because of Aaron Judge hitting 3 home runs last night. I think people are looking at that and saying, oh, Yankees are back. Here we go. We stopped a 9-game losing streak. Now's the time to go on a winning streak. And I just don't really think that's the case. Here's why. Here are the batting averages of the guys hitting around Judge. And you see it on your screen. I think it's insane that these are the numbers that they're hitting. DJ LeMahieu, 208. Torres, 230. Stanton, 50. Sitting 50 in his last 7 games. And Bader, 150. So Judge has no protection whatsoever. We just need Patrick Corbin to get him out. And I feel very safe that this thing's going to at least, this one at least is going to cash. On the other side, Michael King is the opener. Again, opener. He's a relief pitcher. Maybe not the best guy to be throwing out there on the bump, but his last 7 innings of work, 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 home runs, and 8 Ks. So not a great strikeout to walk ratio. You can see the market looks like it may be moving, actually. No, that's for the Rockies and Rays we'll get to in just a moment. So Nationals and Yankees getting ready for first pitch here in just a minute. I'll switch screens, and then we'll run down for you the other play, which is Rockies and Rays. And this one's pretty simple. By far the best price in the market. We're on the YRFI today, minus 104, the best price. All the other ones, all the big books out there, the Caesars of the world, the DraftKings, the FanDuels, they've all got this at minus 120 or higher. So this is a big, nice, fluffy, chunky, meaty bite of value. Some of those terms might be conflicting. That's okay. Tons of value on this YRFI right now, minus 104. Pinnacle actually has us at minus 112. So if we're using Pinnacle as your source of truth, a decent little bite of plus EV here. So that's what we're going with. Peter Lambert on the mound. He's also a converted reliever getting the start today. Multiple runs allowed in 3 of his last 4 starts, 2 straight first innings allowing a run. And Sean Armstrong has been just absolutely lights out for the Rays. He's allowed 3 runs since June 21st. And he's got a 41-7 strikeout to walk ratio. So the guy's been absolutely electric. You can see the Sport Trade screen just to my left. We've got both. Again, I'm on the YRFI here, which is the over half a run. And on the other side for the Yankees and for the Nationals, which is approaching first pitch here, we're on the NRFI. So we're going to watch these live. We're going to sweat out some bets, $100 on each, as you can see. Because of the prices, we stand to make $94.15 on our YRFI between the Nationals and Yankees, and we stand to make $96.05 on the NRFI between the Rockies and the Rays. So looks like at Yankee Stadium, the Nationals are giving out handshakes. They're getting ready to go to the dish here in the top of the first. They've actually been great. They just showed a stat. The Nationals, I think, were 20-11 in the last 31 games, and that tracks. They just came to Philly and kind of roughed up the Phillies a little bit. I'm not going to lie, especially the first 6 guys in that order. You got to think that Soto trade really starting to pay off for them. Yeah, since the All-Star break, the Nationals are 22-15, trailing only the Cubs and Dodgers for the best record in baseball. They've won 7 of 9 series. So if you're looking towards maybe potentially some futures action for next year, Nationals may be a team to keep your eye on. They got a lot of guys they've graduated through the system, and thanks to the Soto deal, and are working their way up consistently. And now they're sort of seeing the dividends of that pay off. If you've got anything that you want to throw some bets on, or hop on into the comment section or anything like that, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to sweat some bets here momentarily. So 105 start between Washington and New York. And then again, I can't even get, maybe the guys from Capwise, Nick and Ben, can fill me in on what's going on between Colorado and Tampa Bay, because MLB TV won't let me watch it. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case, but that seems to be the case. Blacked out. I don't know. We'll have to find a way to follow that game. Maybe the old, just do the old faithful, the old ESPN Gamecast. Slight delay here in Washington. We've got some awesome stuff. We just posted week 0 college college football week 0 is now up in the app. Make sure you go check it out. We're going to get those up on the odds comparison sites that we'll be able to give you a little more context as to how those prices stack up with everybody else. But in the meantime, we're hanging out. We're rocking out. We're going to do it for the next 25 minutes or so until these first innings are done. We actually, for maybe one of the first times ever, I'll switch over to the Nationals and Yankees, since that's going to get going here. Michael King getting some of his last warm-up tosses in. Just a second start. 41 games, 1 start. So his 42nd game here, just a second start. ERA of 3.26. He's thrown about 56 innings. Mentioned he's been kind of batted around here in the last several outings. His last 7 innings on your screen: 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 homers, and 8 Ks. Got that short porch and right at Yankee Stadium. See if the Nationals can take advantage of it. But I hope they don't, because we're on the NRFI. College football week 0 up in the app. Come check it out. We've got a lot of stuff going on in the next several days here at Sports Trade. So make sure you're staying locked in with us. If you like the exchange wagering, if you just love better odds, hang out, get some better prices, and we'll go from there. All right. We're about 5 minutes behind schedule here at Yankee Stadium, probably because there's nobody there. They're probably waiting for the late arriving Bronx crowd to get settled in. But looks like Michael King ready to throw his first pitch here. And indeed he is. So if anybody can keep us updated on the Rockies game, without me having to toggle back and forth. First pitch to Abrams, fouled, out of play. Was a little worried there. CJ Abrams, pretty good player. I think he was in the Soto deal too. 250, 13 home runs, 48 RBI this year. Let's see how it's nothing affecting the price quite yet. Again, $100 bets on the NRFI at -111. So that, again, stands to win us 94-15 as long as there are no runs scored here. Conversely, we're on the complete opposite side in the Rockies and the Rays. Because of the price, it's so good. It's -104. I mentioned the other sports books are way up into the 120s. So some nice slice of EV there for us. We're and even if you use them as a source of truth, I mean, typically I know a lot of people use Pinnacle. They're -112, so we're -104. So a little bit of EV there for us, regardless. Put it in your back pocket, as they say. But again, we can't seem to watch that one, so not entirely sure why that's the case. Thanks for the person watching on Twitch, trying to grow that Twitch channel. Thanks so much. Apparently, Jerry Jeudy being carted off practice with a hamstring injury. Abrams hits one to the track, but he's out. So hopefully we see a little bit of a price movement there. A $10.78 flyout. We talk about this all the time on the YRFIs and NRFIs, right? We always talk about, is it worth cashing out? Is it worth, taking the cheese a little bit here, taking your $10 and if this bet were for a full game, maybe it's something to consider because you have so much extra time to be betting. But not here. Everyone we talk to, and I tend to agree, says in a market this volatile, you kind of just want to stick it out. And there's not much real handicapping to be done on YRFIs and NRFIs. I know everybody likes to say, hey, the NRFI or the YRFI rather is the play because, 51% of the time the team will score in the first inning in the aggregate. But and Captain Jack from Unabated would say the same thing. But he would also admit that, maybe there's not as much handicapping going on as people would make you believe. A lot of it is just kind of luck. That's just kind of how it works. So. And the fact that pricing has been caught up to, a lot of the books are now pricing it as such. So there you have it. There you go. Another ground out as we see another rise in value. That ground out worth about $7. We're up $17.65. Now $18.63 here on the NRFI. I couldn't tell you if the other game has started. That was a 1:10 start.